Welcome to Repair Attempt Training. So you are going to be asked from time to time to do a repair attempt by the carrier negotiations team because the carrier has offered only repairs, and carrier negotiations understands that the best way to get them to extend more coverage to the customer is by proving that a repair will not work. So we do a repair attempt. Repair attempts are relatively simple. What you want to find on the roof is a place where you have broken shingles. You're going to remove the broken shingle. You're going to put in a new shingle, and you're going to try to minimize any potential damage to the other shingles, because obviously we don't want to do damage. That said, the entire reason we're doing a repair attempt is because we believe the roof is unrepairable. So some damage is pretty much inevitable. Do what you can to minimize it. Absolutely, you want to document the whole thing. And to that end, you are going to need two people to do this. You'll need yourself, and you're going to need somebody else to film it for you. In this case, I have Spencer. Thank you, Spencer, for joining us. Come get in the shot with me, Spencer. Spencer's going to film for me. He's got his iPad. That's where we'll film this. Now, normally, go back over there. Normally, when you're doing a repair attempt, aside from identifying yourself and the roof you're on, you don't say anything because it's unnecessary. I am going to go through it step by step, and I will be narrating what I'm doing. But for our purposes, Carrier Negotiations has a standard narration that they're going to apply to any video you send them. So after you've identified who you are and what job you're working on, you would be quiet. So, if we're ready, let's go ahead and get started. I've selected this shingle here to be the repair because it is actually broken underneath. Spencer, come in here and get me a good shot of that. Okay, so we're going to start with this shingle, so I'm just going to mark it out real quick as to which shingle we're doing. And then you have a shot of the shingle before the repair attempt goes so that everybody knows what you're working on. Then you grab your flat bar and you start removing nails. And this is where you want to be careful not to cause more damage than is absolutely necessary. So you get up under there. Man, that's a mess. And you pop out. There we go. There we got it. Now, as you can see, the nails are having a tendency to pull through the shingle, which of course is why we're replacing it, because it's, well, broken. There's another one. Good news on this is, yeah, it pulled through that shingle, but we're replacing this shingle, so this is the already damaged one. Okay. Now remember, there are two rows of nails. You've got the nail in the middle of the shingle, and then the nail at the top of the shingle, which is driven through the middle of the shingle above. And you have to take out both rows of nails. And there it was. Come take a look at this. In trying to remove this nail, I've actually managed to break this shingle. And as it works out, that's the entire point of doing this, is to show that there is no way, that's the second one, to remove and replace the shingle without doing more damage to the shingles surrounding it. Wow. These shingles are very brittle. There we go. Also, when you're working on this, there we go. Interesting. You want to make note of, are there other layers? Spencer, come get a shot of this second layer under here for me, would you? If I had to guess, I wonder if there's even another layer beyond that. So the first thing you're going to do is remove the old shingle. Then you're going to grab a replacement shingle and you're going to slide it in. Now, ordinarily, you'll want to get a shingle that matches the color of the shingles that you're replacing. However, there are no white shingles available in this market. The closest we could find was this red-brown 3-tab. So we use what we've got. Get yourself some roofing nails and a hammer, and put the nails back in the shingle to put it back on the roof. Now this part, you're going to start on the upper shingle. In this case, I'm going to have to separate so I can access it. There we go. And you just put it on the tar strip of the shingle above, in line over the new shingle you've just replaced. So right here. Four nails in the upper section should roughly correspond with where the tabs are in the lower shingle. Now you'll note, in order to do this, I had to pull out several nails up here. So in order to reattach this, you have to drive a nail in here. And then you have to drive a nail in here. And that ensures that both this shingle and this shingle stay on the roof. Now that you've done the upper nails, you come back and do the lower nails. Same thing applies at the tar strip. And at the splits and the tabs. That's a repair attempt. Fairly straightforward. Make sure you put back the nails you removed so that all the shingles are still attached to the roof. Now, remember, the whole time you're doing this, your assistant should be running the iPad and getting video of you doing the repair attempt. Don't be afraid to have your assistant move around. And if you see, as we did, a second layer, make sure they get up close pictures of that. If you see where taking out the old shingle is damaging other shingles around it, make sure you get good detailed photos and video of that. The entire intent of this entire procedure is to show that we're going to do more damage doing repairs than is worth doing. That's the purpose of the video. So if that in fact occurs, make sure you get absolutely solid pictures of that having happened.